Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Yeah, we talk about the short-term bullish and short-term bearish scenario in this particular video. So first of all, let's just establish where are we on the larger time frame. Because the overall trend is up, our stance, our perspective has been bullish for a long time now. Actually, we've never counted anything different on this chart. This is basically, you could suggest we've been bullish since June 22 when we started to track here a wave one to the upside. This has been here. Sometimes I forget talking about this wave one because it's been a long time now. But yeah, this is a wave one to the upside, wave two to the downside. Yeah, local low in November, where Bitcoin made actually a new swing low, a new low, whereas Ethereum didn't. Yeah, it didn't make a new bear market low. So it's actually one wave degree ahead of Bitcoin if this wave count follows through. But it can really only do that if it manages a sustained break above the $2,140 level, the swing high of the 16th and 17th of April, and the here the local swing high or that resistance area in May 22. After that low in November, price rallied in a wave one, a pretty clear impulse, 5 waves up, 3 waves down, another 1-2 setup, and yeah, we might be working on another 1-2 setup of this larger third wave of a third wave, so quite bullish of a third wave. So looking at the bigger picture, all of these should develop wave 4s and 5s as well. I just haven't added it to the chart, otherwise it would get too clogged, but it can certainly take us way higher. Bear in mind, after this white wave 3, there will be a white wave 4 and a white wave 5, so that can escalate quite a bit. Interesting is that over the recent weeks, the bear calls have really quieted down, because a lot of people complained I was too bullish. You can never make everybody happy, right? So there are people who complain I'm too bullish, sometimes people complain I'm too bearish, but overall Ethereum is simply just following our wave count, and we will adjust to what the chart is telling us because, you know, the market is the boss, okay? So all you can do really here is to analyze what you see, and everything is speculation, which is also why we're bullish, because the chart tells us we should be, and so far the chart was right. But if support levels start to break, then of course more bearish scenarios will get into the focus. But exactly for that purpose, we have the support areas. So you can see how many support levels, relevant support levels. I keep the relevant ones on the chart. We had lots of smaller ones, yeah, especially here. I think it was, there were lots of smaller support areas, smaller entry points that we had here in March 23 as well, for possible rise to complete this wave one. However, they are not really relevant anymore. What these here are relevant because they are going to be like a cushion if Bitcoin, no, not Bitcoin, but Bitcoin as well probably, but Ethereum breaks below the trend line and breaks down. Yeah, when those support levels start to falter and things start to turn around, these are going to provide support. That's why they call it support levels. So they are going to protect Ethereum from new bear market lows. Now, of course, you know, if one after the other breaks, then yeah, bear market lows get more likely again. But until then, they are simply protecting Ethereum. And until they start to break, we can focus on higher. Very important, okay? So that's why we've got them on the chart. Sometimes I'm asked why I don't show a bearish scenario. Well, because it's basically a waste of time when we are in an uptrend and when we have clearly bullish wave counts happening. There is always a bearish scenario on the lower time frame, and I do have a bearish one here as well, where I count that as a B wave top, and we would come down once more lower in a C wave, right? And possibly even to new bear market lows, but it's a waste of time to discuss this when we are clearly in an uptrend. Yeah, so we just go with the flow, okay? We go with the flow. We are surfing the waves here, and you certainly don't want to go against the waves, right? So we just follow the waves. Okay, so we're now focused here on the shorter time frame. Here you can see that price turned around in our yellow support area back in June, which I count as a larger wave 2 support. Then based on that, we could be in the third wave. That's the assumption, has been for many weeks, that we are actually in a third wave rally. Okay, so someone asked me earlier today, yesterday it was, in one of the comments of the YouTube video, if we already missed the third wave rally. And I'm not like, what do you mean with missing? Because we turned around in the wave 2 support area. So basically the assumption is we are in a third wave rally. Yeah, actually in a third of a third of a third wave. So actually this anyway, it's a third of a third of a third wave. So actually quite a bullish perspective as long as support levels hold. Yeah, but you know, I don't have a crystal ball, so if they break, they break, but then we can readjust. But until then, we focus on the upside in a third wave rally. Here now we have obviously two scenarios, a short-term bullish and a short-term bearish one within this third wave. So after yesterday's pump, we can say that there are two scenarios. One scenario is the very short-term bullish one, which, one second. Sorry, the dog was chewing on some stuff. All right, so the short-term bullish one would be that we get one more high here, that we did this. So a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside, a wave 3 to the upside, that all of this was a massive wave 4, and that we're now in a wave 5. And as you can see, to complete really a nice 5-wave move, one more wave up would be missing. And the local resistance for this is first of all here, $2,020. That was reached. It was one of the levels I indicated before, 2020, the X wave high. And then we've got $2,140 as a next resistance level and also possible target if we hold support in wave 4 or 5 of 1. And this would be a short-term bullish scenario. Because this could be an ending diagonal, I have added support all the way down to the golden ratio, because we need to allow for a deeper pullback here potentially. So that means as long as we're holding 1927, one more high can happen on the Ethereum chart in the very short term. Then a wave 2 to the downside, and support for this would be, I need to adjust that one now though. I do that later because that would be a separate support area just to indicate this support area, this entry point worked. So I need to add another one, but you know, we haven't reached the top, so I don't need to do it now. This is my preferred scenario that, okay, if we get one more high or not, I don't know, you know, as long as we're holding 1927, we should do, but the idea is then to finish off wave 5 of 1, to get a wave 2 pullback, and then really go in a third of a third wave rally. The alternative wave count, or second most likely scenario, is that we're already in the third wave of a third wave. So that already here, wave 1 peaked on the 3rd of July. We came down in a wave 2, which would have been very shallow, but still we reached our entry point, trend reversal area. And that we're already rallying now in a third of a third wave rally. However, I will not make that my primary scenario until we break above 2,140. If we break above that level, we have a proper breakout, and then I can be confident that this is a third of a third wave. Again, nothing we haven't talked about. It's the second most likely scenario, definitely needs considering. And as I highlighted in many times before, in a wave 3, the relevant, just move that back, the relevant pullbacks can be very shallow, and it's always worth holding a core position in a third wave rally and not to thin out positions on the long side too much. You will remember it in previous videos, I highlighted very often that the market will always take off in a third wave with as few people as possible on the train, right? And I guess that comment was related to that maybe, because I guess the person did not hold or does not hold a position yet. I don't know why, because there were certainly enough possibilities, but I guess if someone always waits for lower prices to get in, you might lose the opportunity, especially in a third wave rally. I'm just saying there's this false belief or this sort of trap that some traders try to always get the lowest price, and they wait and wait and wait, and then the market turns a little early and they lost out. Okay, that's why the idea of scaling in can be so powerful, but that's tactical. Yeah, that's all about trading strategy. This is the analysis. How you use those parameters for trading, I mean, that's essentially up to you. We do give some tips and tricks and ideas and stuff for, let's say food for thought in the membership. So if you're interested about that, check out the membership. Until then, you have to wait for the next video. But yeah, hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.